Hello, how you doing tonight? I'm alright. If a little tired, should go to bed. But before I do that, let's talk about video games. Yeah? Turns out today, December 3rd, is the 25th anniversary of the Sony PlayStation. Yeah. It didn't don't worry if you're not Japanese. It didn't come out until 1995. You're not crazy. So I definitely didn't play one until 95, but started in Japan, so this is the 25th anniversary, and it's a big one. So of course, people on Twitter are sharing their top five PlayStation games. And I thought of mine. It's kind of hard to narrow down, of course, but Symphony of the Night, of course. Parappa the Rappa, of course. Resident Evil, of course. For me, the first one. Final Fantasy VII, of course. And then the fifth one's kind of a grab bag. Jumping Flash is great. Die Hard Trilogy was great. Monster Rancher was weird and great. There's so many, and I felt bad because most of the games I thought of, like 4 of those 5 right there, are just huge hits that everyone had and everyone talked about, and has all been re-released and re-released dozens of times. So no one's surprised by those games. Which feels kind of like a cop-out because the PlayStation, because they were on discs, and because it was such a big seller, and because companies in America and Japan, and I think even in Europe, are just like, oh, we got to get games on there. The number of games on PlayStation 1 is huge, way bigger than anything else. Like, Nintendo was giant. I think there's only about 700 Nintendo games, like the original Nintendo Entertainment System. PlayStation is like well over 1,000. And that's probably not even counting all regions. So I feel bad, like almost I'm taking a shortcut to naming popular games, and I try to say this on Twitter, but the thing with the games that I played on PlayStation is that the ones that I liked anyway, the ones that I really liked, they all felt dramatically different than anything I had played before, Symphony of the Night, okay, yeah, it's Castlevania. It looks like Castlevania. No Castlevania game looked or played like that. They just didn't. They didn't have that music. They didn't put you in one place and had you go over the place. I mean, Castlevania 2 tried, but it didn't do it. Symphony of the Night did it. With acting. With fantastic acting. What? Resident Evil, I mean, can you imagine? Okay. I know in the 90s, violent video games existed. Mortal Kombat existed. It's fine. Violence is not new. Resident Evil was terrifying. It was terrifying. I couldn't play it alone. I had to play it in a room with someone else every time. And another game on PlayStation 1 I really enjoyed, a game called Tecmo's Deception. I was fascinated by it. I love the concept. You're basically an evil person. Like, you're basically controlling your own evil lair, and people come in and you have to kill them. So I love that concept, but that game was so scary. I couldn't play it. I literally couldn't play it. I just watched other people played it until it made me too nervous. That didn't happen, okay? There's no Super Nintendo games that scared me so bad I couldn't play them. No, that didn't happen. Especially because by the mid-90s, I'm almost an adult, okay? I'm not old enough to drink. But I'm old enough to do a lot of stuff, and those games were so scary, and that just didn't happen before. So, obviously people, especially people who work for Sony, talk about how PlayStation changed the world, PlayStation changed everything, but it's like, it kind of did, okay? When that system came out and it became a hit, and everyone went for it, and everyone tried new things. A lot of them tried stuff that no one was willing to try before, whether it's cost or whether new technology. I don't know what it all came about, but that was a wild time for games. And yeah, I played so many that were just, astonishing in their own way. And, don't get me wrong, there are plenty of crap. Every system is crap. You don't make 1,000 games without having some crap. But compare that to the stuff I played, on any other Nintendo system at the time, nothing changed my life. Nothing changed my life. I was just kind of like, this is a great game. Like, Mario 64 is a fantastic game. Resident Evil, the first Resident Evil, I couldn't believe it. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, and I couldn't believe how captivating it was. That's the level of top. And Final Fantasy VII, please. That was, well over 100 hours in a story that didn't require it. I just kept playing. Couldn't stop. Hush you. It's time for bed. So, good night, everybody.